What's going on, y'all? Flight Sports TV. I got a nice hot topic on the table today. We're going to touch on the Los Angeles Lakers and the Los Angeles Clippers and how they're on a collision course to meet in the playoffs, possibly the Western Conference Finals. And it's just set up for an epic duel, epic battle. One of the greatest series that we possibly will see in basketball for this generation and possibly previous generation. There hasn't been a collision course this great in a long time. That we're gonna get into it. Before we get into it, I appreciate everybody for checking out with all my videos. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button. Most definitely hit that subscribe button. Support the channel. You can donate to this channel. The link will be in the description box below this video. Also in the comments section. Check out the merchandise store at pexoticshop.com. We got a lot of things popping on there. We got sweatsuits, a bunch of different colorways. Y'all go check that out. Get wavy out here. It's Flight Sports TV, y'all. Don't forget about, the 50 subscribe, $50 giveaway. Once we get to 50 subscribers, I'm gonna pick a random person on the on my subscribe list. Who's subscribed. Who's showing love to the channel through donations, through comments. Likes, all that. Just I can feel your energy out there. Appreciate the people, man. It's the people's channel, so. Let's get right into it, man. The Los Angeles Lakers just beat the Atlanta Hawks. They had a nail biter up there in Miami. The Lakers is just looking like that team. Looking like the team that everybody thought they was gonna be. And as you look in Los Angeles, you got another team that's playing you would think they would be. These Clippers is no joke. I'm on the record on numerous occasions of saying that I see the Clippers possibly getting to the NBA Finals. A lot of things has to go right. For the Lakers, to beat the Clippers, and especially in the playoffs, and Christmas Day is going to be a huge game. For the Lakers. That's going to be a massive game that's going to be almost a barometer for the season. That game could have a lot of ramifications for the Lakers, not so much for the Clippers, because they did beat them game one. But no matter what they say or try to downplay it, this is a must-win game for the Lakers. They cannot lose on Christmas Day. I think everybody around the world knows that. They can't lose. They can't lose. They got to do whatever it takes to win. It's gonna be a battle. Like I said, a lot of things that they get better, they do well is not necessarily gonna work with the Clippers because they have defensive pieces all over the board. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are just excelling crazy with the Clippers. They got them looking like championship material, from jump start, just the defensive end. We haven't seen a defensive team that elite in a long time, especially on the perimeter. It's almost shut down, especially when they all get clicking, It's definitely something to monitor, pardon me. But it's definitely something to monitor with these squads. It just seems like you see a lot of teams in the West. There are contenders and there are pretenders. I look at the Western Conference as a lot of pretenders. The Rockets are kind of borderline in there now, but from the Rockets down, from like Dallas is a pretender. I look at a lot of these teams. All these teams. I look at Denver, they're pretenders. I look at a lot of Utah, they're pretenders. These teams are not really necessary, not really going to do anything come playoff time. It's clear that it's going to be the Lakers versus the Clippers in the conference finals, or possibly Houston, making it a little interesting in one of them second round matchups with one of those teams. I think that's as far as we can go. Houston, I don't feel like has championship quality unless they make a trade. Especially with the style, and not so much the players. It's just more the style of offense that Houston runs. And I'm gonna save that for another video because Houston just seems like they're just on treadmill right now. When I say treadmill, it's looking like they're going nowhere very fast. You know, so it's just a very tough situation. But yeah, so let's look into some of these matchups with the Lakers and Clippers that can almost define the results of each matchup. You know, because from now to the playoffs, because if the way things are going, they're on the collision course. They're going to meet in the Western Conference Finals. It seems like the Clippers they're gonna look, maybe the Lakers and Clippers will lock up that 1 and 2 seeds, obviously, and from there as a collision course. Uh, let's look at some of these matchups. Now I think it's all going to come down to, is LeBron going to defend Kawhi Leonard or Paul George for extended periods of the time during the game. I'm not talking about just some situation in a fast break where there was no other option. I mean, seriously guarding one of those guys, because I don't feel like they're going to be able to beat the Clippers if LeBron is just trying to guard Patrick Beverley the whole game. Or is LeBron just trying to guard Mo Harkless while everybody else is doing everything else on those elite guards at the perimeter? You know, they got too much firepower over there on the Clippers for LeBron James to get passive defensively to the point where he feels he needs to delegate responsibilities to other guys. I feel like in this series and each matchup leading into the collision course that's going to happen, obviously, everybody sees it. It's evident. It's eminent and it's evident that what's about to happen. So LeBron James gonna have to guard one of these guys. He's gonna have to slow one of them down. Maybe they're gonna have to take out one of these guys to have a match, have a better chance of winning. Also the Anthony Davis matchup, is Anthony Davis going to play finesse? Is he going to be a finesse player, or is Anthony Davis going to go down there like a gorilla? That's what it's going to require against the Clippers. I think Anthony Davis, he's able to get over on a lot of other teams, a lot of these different teams, because they don't have the personnel to battle with him down low. Not so much. And then he gets off a lot on the perimeter with a lot of these teams, a lot of bad teams, a lot of teams that don't match up well. They don't match up well with him. They don't. It's just something to monitor. And Anthony Davis, I seen in the first game, they're gonna beat the Doc Rivers is a great coach. I seen, like I said, I'm a Knicks fan, and I monitor Doc Rivers coaching and the Celtics and how they play defensively under him. And I know what type of coach he is. He's a bruiser. Doc Rivers is the type to get physical. With Anthony Davis, every time he's down low, they're just going to be beating up on him for no reason. Just every post up is going to be challenging, because they're gonna really test those shoulders out. Montrezl Harrell, Zubac, and those guys, they're going to pull out all the stops to make things very physical for Anthony Davis to score. Every point for Anthony Davis is going to be a battle. Now, is Anthony Davis going to come up to the table? I believe he is great enough to just defy all odds and just go out there and dominate. And that's what I believe could have. That's what the only thing that I think that could nullify what the Clippers are bringing to the table is if Anthony Davis goes down low and eats like he had Golden Corral, Red Lobster, one of the finest restaurants in the world. That's the only way that the Lakers can nullify what's going on with the Clippers, because it's too much firepower out there at the perimeter position, and they are kind of thin down low. I believe it's going to be all hands on deck for Anthony Davis and also LeBron. See, with the Clippers, George and Kawhi, they're not going to be afraid to guard LeBron. But I could see where LeBron could possibly, slack off on his part. You look at a guy like Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma's pretty cool, but they got Lou Williams. You see what I'm trying to tell you? You got Lou Williams. You got Shamit. You got some ballers. You got Patrick Patterson. Don't sleep on Patrick Patterson. Patterson is nice. They got a little to Jermichael Green. Those guys are ballers. Mo Harkless is playing very well for those guys, for the Clippers. Doc Rivers know how to use role players at a very high level. And it's going to come down to coaching. Now, I like the staff that's on the Lakers, but if you want to go Imano, Doc Rivers is a better coach than Frank Vogel. So it could come down to those two things, because they're so evenly balanced. Kawhi he's not afraid of no one. You know, Kawhi ready to take out their hearts. So, you know, LeBron James got to go into these games, and you know, when these guys meet, obviously in the playoffs, LeBron got to go in there angry. LeBron can't go in there. Oh, this is not a rivalry. Oh, it's not. It's just one game. No, no, no. It's gonna require LeBron to get gorilla savage mode on these boys. LeBron got to remind people, you know, and these guys, the Lakers, they start the game off very hot because I was watching Game 1 of the first game of the season. The Lakers, they started that game very hot, you know, and it seems like they just tailed off. So maybe against the Clippers, they can't just hit them with every single thing because it seemed like they tried to do that in Game 1 of the first game of the season. It seemed like the Lakers tried to punch them with everything in the first punch. But and then they couldn't have nothing too much later on. You know, the Clippers seemed like they were steady, and they slowly took control of that game. And Paul George wasn't present. You know, Kyle Kuzma wasn't either. But Paul George is about 10 times better than Kyle Kuzma. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So it's going to be different dynamics all over the floor, and I feel like both teams are going to have to play and defend differently than they're playing now when they face off against each other because they both pose matchup problems for each other. It's not just the Clippers causing problems for the Lakers; it's vice versa. You know, the Lakers cause serious problems for the Clippers. You know, that's what I'm saying. They both cause each other issues, and it's going to be very interesting to see which team could out battle each other. And you guys get in the comment section, let me know what y'all think of this collision course that's going to happen. You know, it seems like it's going to be one of the greatest playoff series in NBA history. It's setting up for that. Seriously, we haven't had the teams and players this very strong-minded, very strong-willed players, you know, going at it like this, you know, in the Battle of Los Angeles, you know, for the right to go to the NBA Finals. Whoever wins the series going to win the championship. So I don't think anybody in the East has a chance of beating the Lakers or the Clippers, especially after they get to the finals. I think once they get to the finals, they just come in to clean house. But y'all get in the comment section. Let's talk about this. Who do y'all believe it will? Who do you think's the better team? Who do you think's the better team today? And who do you think is going to be last team standing? Who do you think is better, Kawhi Leonard or LeBron James? I think LeBron James is pound for pound better than Kawhi Leonard, but he needs to remind the people. Because Kawhi Leonard, right now, people think Kawhi is, if not better than LeBron, is pretty much they're looking at each other in the eyes. So y'all get into the comment section and let's talk about it. Donate to this channel. You know, if y'all like this stream, you want to take your support to the next level, donate. The link will be in the description box below this video. I appreciate everybody who's been donating. Shout out to Shaq. Shout out to Nick. I appreciate the love and support. You know, definitely support the merchandise store, PExoticShop.com. Remember, we need 50 subscribers, so we can do the $50 random giveaway. When we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to do the $100 giveaway. So let's get this money out before Christmas, y'all. Flight Sports TV.